Okay guys, I'm gonna walk you through an example of a scale model of the Earth as a drawing. You guys don't have to make a drawing. This process will work for whatever you create. I encourage you to get really creative and use maybe recyclable materials or other cool craft things that you have at home to make your model. But I'm gonna kind of walk through one or two examples of how to use the scale factors that were created in the slideshow. So I first decided how big my entire model was going to be. So that's what this faint line here is. So I did a little wedge of the interior of the Earth, and that wedge is 20 centimeters long. So I'm comparing 20 centimeters on my paper to the entire depth of the whole Earth. So now that we've calculated all these scale factors in the slideshow here, I'm going to multiply those scale factors by 20 to get this percentage of 20 for my model. So for example, the lithosphere. If my total depth is 20 and I multiply by the scale factor for the lithosphere, which is 0.0157, aka 1.57% of the Earth, I need to know what 1.57% of this piece of paper is going to be. It comes out to 0.314 centimeters. In other words, just over 3 millimeters. So that's what I measured out here. I used my ruler, and I know my lines aren't perfect at the moment, but I used my ruler and I measured out approximately 3 millimeters and drew my line and labeled it lithosphere. Now I'm gonna try to one-handedly do this for the asthenosphere. So again, my total depth of my Earth on my paper is 20 centimeters, so that's what I'm using as the whole. I'm going to multiply it by the scale factor for the asthenosphere, 0.094. 0.094. And I'm going to use a calculator to do that, and what you get when you do that is 1.88 centimeters, so almost 2 centimeters. So now on my model, I'll take my ruler, I'm going to go to that main line there, and from the bottom of the lithosphere, I'm going to measure down 1.88 centimeters. 1.5678, almost 9. Kind of mark it. Do that in another spot over here. 1.88. Over here once. 1.88. And then I sketch in my connect the dots line here. And I'd label this asthenosphere. Okay, I'd continue this process for the mesosphere, multiplying my whole by the scale factor and continue drawing along. You can do this again with clay. You can make it with recyclable materials. You can make a cake. A cake would be pretty hard because it's hard to measure, but maybe you could do it with a cake if you're really ambitious. But there are lots of ways, lots of materials out there. You can make it in nature. You can go lay it out with sticks and stones out in your backyard. Get creative. Go back to the slideshow now and finish reading through. There's a rubric in there. Have fun. I can't wait to see what you come up with.